I was sitting at my desk when a random message popped into my inbox. The core of the message said something like this: I'm looking for someone to mix and master an audiobook narration project, and I was wondering if you'd be interested in picking it up. The message was from an old friend I met back in Houston when I studied audio engineering. It had been over 5 years since we last talked. Honestly, I was surprised that she even remembered me. But it reminded me that I had acquired real skills in audio production and had once been able to find audio gigs and make money with them. She was actually one of the voiceover talents I recruited back when I was doing those audio gigs. We had a quick conversation about how our lives had been and what we were currently focusing on. I was glad to hear that she was still interested in audio and had landed an audiobook narration gig. It was around mid-December when she reached out, and she gave me a brief timeline for when the project was due. I wanted to say yes, because it reminded me of the skills and credibility I had built years ago. But at the same time, I wasn't familiar with current audiobook standards. On top of that, with everything going on in my new part-time job, I honestly couldn't say I had the time to put in the hours needed to do the project properly. That was when I remembered another old friend, let's call her Lindsay, who was also part of my audio gigs back then. So I decided to reach out and ask if she would be interested in taking on the project. To my surprise, Lindsay had started her own business a while ago and no longer had dedicated time for audio production. Still, I was pretty excited to learn about her journey, especially since I am also starting something on my own. My conversation with Lindsay quickly shifted from audio work to talking about how to start and run a business. Both of these friends were from years ago, and we hadn't really talked since I moved to the East Coast. But what I realized was this: connections from the past can become some of the most valuable connections for the future. You know those moments when someone asks you for help and you can't do it yourself, but you suddenly think, oh wait, I have a friend who could do that. That is how valuable these connections really are. My friend who first reached out to me about the audio gig clearly had one of those moments. And me reaching out to Lindsay was exactly the same. My listeners, who is your oh wait, I have a friend who could do that person? Is there someone in your contact list you have not talked to in a long time? I want to challenge you to reach out to them, just to say hi and see how they are doing. I would love to hear what surprises or discoveries come from reconnecting. Maybe you will find your own oh wait moment. If you're up for the challenge, feel free to share what you discover in the comments. We will explore this together. Thank you for listening. I will see you in the next episode.